Hey there folks, Jay Barino here, continuing StarCraft Mass Recall, a StarCraft Brood War remake, and StarCraft 2. Let's head into the Jacobs installation. It's the first micro mission of the real game. We did play one in the precursor campaign, which is sort of the real game, but this is the real game. Office of the former Colonial Magistrate, we've been fired, booted. Maybe we just resigned, I'm not sure. But Marsara Colony, 3 hours after Colonial evacuation. We have sided with the Sons of Korhal. The end of the last mission didn't go so hot, but I suppose it was a fitting end. We needed to be put under pressure to actually side with the Sons of Korhal. It makes sense to me.
Your tenure as Colonial Magistrate is suspended, pending an official investigation of your affiliation with the Sons of Korhal. Receiving incoming transmission.
Hey man, Arcturus's boys sprung me from the prison ship. Apparently they're as frustrated with the Confederates as we are. I know their reputation, but they seem to be on the level. I think Arcturus wanted to speak with you.
Commander, Marsara is almost completely overrun by the Zerg. The Confederates are abandoning the planet, and so are we. However, there is one thing I'd like to do before we leave. I want you to raid this colony's Confederate outpost and retrieve whatever design or weapons schematics that you can find in their networks. With the chaos of the Confederates' evacuation, you shouldn't have any trouble getting in or out of their installation.
I'm into it.
I'm into it. Hey, so there's difficulty settings. I don't remember these being here on the last version that I played. I wonder what that's going to mean. Probably just more turrets or something. Retrieve data disks from the Confederate network. Raynor must survive. So there's a twist to this mission. If you were with me the last time I played through this series, I actually played through both of these. I mean, I'm definitely going to do the third-person shooter. It's different, it's weird, it's cool, so let's definitely go. Let's go for it. I don't really plan on playing also the traditional view though, because it's the same map just with a different camera angle. Confederate Planetary HQ, Jacobs installation, Marsara. So that would just be an extra 15 minutes of slightly boring for me. So that's probably why I'm just not going to play it twice. Okay, but let's see if I can remember the layout of this map enough to not get lost, as we do not have a mini-map. Looks like they polished this up. WASD to move, left-click to shoot, right-click to zoom. Switch fire mode, reload flashlight. Oh, it's in the bottom right. We can go full auto or burst fire. I suppose full auto makes the most sense. You can press H to redisplay these. All right, so we can reset the camera, as I suppose this is probably prone to breaking. It's funny because I've been playing StarCraft Universe. I know this first room over here on the left contains a bunch of neutral units. Let's go murder all of them. We can display Jim Raynor's most notable personality trait, cruelty, right? Alrighty. So as you can see, this is quite unique and different from anything you've seen in most of StarCraft, unless you've been playing StarCraft Universe. This actually existed before StarCraft Universe, though. I believe that this was made a long time ago in one of the earliest versions before I think it was even called Mass Recall, just when the original campaigns were being made. But this is very neat. We actually have crosshairs, so unlike StarCraft Universe, which functions more like WoW, where you have a target and you have an auto attack and you have a chance to miss, I suppose, but in this case we have full control over where we're aiming, and I believe Jim Raynor also does friendly fire. All right, I guess this guy gets to survive because my weapon is slightly buggy with where it decides to actually land shots. That's okay though. I would not expect something like this to work just perfectly. Okay, so there's a teleporter up there. I believe if you go through this door, there's Goliaths in there that are blocking the staircase, but you can circumvent them somehow. So let's just look around. We've got a teleporter up here. Let's see where this takes us. Let's see where this takes us.
Teleportation field activated.
I think this disables some. This must disable some turrets. Let's see what's on the screen. The photo of some guy's daughter with a ton of icons. And I can't. Is that Lost Vikings? That might be Lost Vikings. I can't tell, or perhaps it's Warcraft related. Alrighty.
Security cameras activated.
Okay, well, I suppose the security cameras won't work considering we're in the third-person view. So there's nothing else here. We just leave. Go back, and again, I could go through the front door. I think I will. I will go this way. Got some jam and tunes to go along with us as we slowly jog our way through here. Yeah, so this area here, there's a lot of units. I'm gonna let my other folks go first. Make sure I reload. Now, I wonder if we actually suffer aim penalties down here.
I'm getting buried here.
Jim Raynor taking some damage, saying he's getting buried. Did all of our fire bats just go down? I probably should not have come this way. Like I was saying, there's a way to circumvent this by going up and around. As long as my other Marines stay alive. Because there's a way to circumvent this area up here. It seems like we get pushed around a little bit when we get damaged. Very interesting. Again, it's very slightly buggy. All right, there's turrets here. And more Marines over here. There's ways to heal in the third person as well, because I can't control my other units. My other units just sort of do things, and I can't control where they end up. So if we would have circumvented this, we would have went left at the very beginning. When we went at that junction before going through the door, we would have come up and around through this area. Just for reference. Not that that matters. So instead of doing that, we lost all our fire bats. Go me. So that would imply, I think we would only have 7 Marines left. I don't know, how many Marines? Do we have 7? 6? We have 6 Marines left. That's good enough. I think we can heal up here. And then the Confederates' Deep Dark Secret is going to be up here as well. I'm on full auto. See, yeah, I'm kind of getting pushed around when I get attacked. Very interesting. Okay, let's move up here. All right, it seems like enemies have to be fairly close to me and I can do good damage to them, but unless they're very, like right here, I'm shooting directly at this guy. So there's definitely problems with the aiming, unfortunately. It's very, very unfortunate. There we go. It just depends on the specific angle that you approach them. World of Warcraft on that computer. See, I'm shooting right at that fellow. So there's a place to heal right here. I think this might be the only one. I just have to be careful not to lose these Marines because I'm going to be pretty heavily reliant on them. It's very nice that they added this because, again, you can't micromanage your other units to take damage. So as Jim Raynor, you're most likely going to be taking most of the damage. I want to check through here. There's definitely a room that allows me to turn off some sort of automated defenses, which I definitely need to do. I definitely need to do that. Sounds like someone is shooting me through a door. Can't say I'm a fan of that. Access to Facility Z authorized. So we'll go in there in a second. Did that open this door as well? It did. So who's shooting at me? Oh, it's one of my units. He must have gotten through the door somehow. Okay, so this is all connected actually. And here we go. Have my other Marines made it down here? They did.
I don't believe this. Believe it. I saw Zerg with Confederate holding hands myself, and that was over a year ago. It's clear the Confederates have known of these creatures for some time. For all we know, they could be breeding the things. Be that as it may, our priority here is accessing the Confederate network. We'll deal with the Zerg another day.
Okay, so again, this is not working out super ideally. It seems like every so often what I'm aiming at does not get targeted, little things like that, but it's definitely neat, and a big part of this is just about a different approach to the mission. Yeah, see, I'm just not clear on why I can't hit these fellows that I'm aiming right at. That's okay, though. Okay, so this is where we came in. We can get our 3 hit points back. Great, and then let's find a way to progress. This was all just one back area. It's kind of silly how slow he runs when you think about it. Like, he's really moving his legs, but he's just really not making much distance. Okay, so we came from over here. We came from here, so let's check this door to the right before going around. I think this way I think this right here progresses us. All right, there's units in here. Maybe I need to actually aim down my iron sights. I'm not sure.
Rebel scum. Hey, you're not allowed in here.
How dare you? How dare you say I can't be here? Okay. Automatic defense system deactivated. Should be quite helpful. Cower in fear. Cower. Okay, you're lucky. You're lucky that it's slightly glitchy such that everything I aim at doesn't get automatically hit. Let us continue. Once we have issues with enemies, okay, this is what we need to disable. If those would have been left online, we would have had major issues. Now we can continue. I think in this area there's like random vultures somewhere, just like hanging out behind some door. I'm not sure. See, I'm shooting away. I'm just shooting away. Maybe it's the fact that I'm on full auto. Let's go to burst fire and see if that makes any sort of difference. It's not that I'm too far away. That SCV looks like it's getting aggressive with us. Wow. That redefines worker harassment. Alrighty, so let's, see, these fellas are shooting me and I can't shoot back. That makes this quite challenging. If I may end up reloading and going on the, I may just reload and end up going on the tactical third-person normal real-time strategy. I'm just going to avoid going in there. There's nothing in there except a vulture who's going to happily shoot me. So let's just avoid that completely. We only have 5 marine. Well, it could be worse, I suppose. Let us teleport.
Teleportation field activated.
There's definitely turrets down here. Somewhere.
Unauthorized
There it is.
entry detected.
Gently. Gently. There they are. So, my other Marines, please take care of these, because apparently I can't do any damage most of the time. Okay. As we near the end of this, though, there's going to be a lot of units, so I gotta be careful. Let's let these fellows go first. He says with his dying breaths. So I think maybe it has to do with the fact that when we get attacked, we kind of get moved, and you can't damage things when moving. I wonder if, like, if you're moving and you try to shoot, that wouldn't count as hitting anything? I don't know. There have been cases where we've been standing still and not getting attacked and we're unable to do damage. I can't afford to take this damage. I just can't afford it. I have to let my other Marines take care of this. They're 3-3, so they'll be able to take the heat. Might as well go back to full auto. That's definitely something that needs... I don't know. This is the way that this is probably set up is super complex, so I have no idea how that would work. Oh dear. Oh dear. Get him, friends. Okay, good. Good. We're okay. Everything's all right. Yeah, I figured that would not work. All right, so there's ghosts up here. I think I actually took care of that ghost. It seems like sometimes I can do damage and sometimes not. Well, we've established that. No need in saying that anymore. Okay, so we've made it. This should be it. This is pretty cool. It's like the ghost canister rifle. And is that a Widow Mine? Yeah, Widow Mine Mark II. Very cool. Accessing Confederate network. Downloading files. File transfer complete.
Hey, we found the plans, man. Have the transports waiting when we come out.
Marsara Colony, 13 hours after colonial evacuation. This is new.
Instructions. Affirmative. Commencing.
Incredible. Incredible. In the wake of the chaos resulting from the Zerg invasion, the Sons of Korhal escaped with the stolen data disks. Fleeing to the border colony of Antigua Prime, Arcturus group now plans its next crucial moves against the Confederacy. 13 hours after the evacuation of Marsara, Protoss warships took up orbit around the colony and unleashed a massive planetary bombardment. All life upon the surface was extinguished. What an awesome cutscene addition. Ah! I love all of them. I mean, I saw the dropships fly away, and I thought, well, I wasn't gonna say anything. But I'm like, man, that's a little disappointing for the end of this. And I'm sure there'll be some missions that don't all have an awesome cutscene at the end. But then I was humbly surprised to see how awesome that was to watch all the Protoss warships just annihilate everything. Really, really well done. Awesome work. Alrighty, this has been Jay Barino. Thanks so much for watching. A little buggy, this mission. Obviously, you can always play the traditional style of this mission. You'll have no problems. Alrighty, see you next time. Bye now.